I spent a lot of time bridging the issues between US and Japan uh, and serving in professional capacities outside the firm, which helped considerably, which were State Board of Accountancy related. The cultural bridging was interesting. We spent a lot of time in those years, especially in the 80s when the bubble years where everything was active. Little things like business cards. When we would introduce a American partner to a Japanese, they would take a business card out of their wallet basically and flip it over the table. And we said, no, 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 no. The business card is the individual. It talks about them and who they are. So you have to be very polite. So we changed that attitude. Table seating, that people would tend to walk in and seat where they wanted, and we said no, no. The two principals sit in the middle, and and you sit going party to party outside depending upon your role. And the Japanese guest, would always sit with his back to the door. There were just certain etiquettes. We talked about drinking because drinking back in those days, you would take Japanese companies to dinner, and then they insisted you go on to a second party, which was a piano bar, or we call karaoke bars today. And so you either had to be a great drinker or don't drink at all, because they were important moments. The Japanese would talk to you about things in those later hours that they would never discuss in a broad day on a conference table. So it was very helpful. And then patience. You just had to listen to them because everything was so consensus oriented. I had a little story with Suzuki Motors. We visited, his name was Rick Suzuki, his American name. He was the grandson of the founder. And I took a consultant to see him to talk about time management. And there was a long discussion for about 45 minutes. And then finally the consultants said, so Mr. Suzuki, I think you like everything we're doing. I guess we're hired. And Suzuki-san went, so desu ne. And he, of course, didn't know what it meant. We got up, we walked out, and in the hallway, he was patting me on the back and he said, Tom, 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 you did a great job. And I said, what's the great job? He says, we got the job. And I said, no, you didn't. And he said, he never said no. And I said, Bob, he never said yes.